I'm Denise and this is Up the Potting Shed. It's a lovely day, so I thought I'd refresh my introduction and give you a quick tour at the garden. We're currently in my polytunnel, which is only 6 weeks old, and it's a food forest. Just look at what I've managed to achieve. My channel's a gardening and lifestyle vlog. It very much mirrors my lifestyle. I'm an avid, passionate gardener. I'm on a quest to be as self-reliant and self-sufficient as possible. So a lot of my content is also dedicated to that journey, preserving, cooking, making jam, chutney, relishes, all sorts. I'm basically stocking that pantry with the aim of getting to a year's supply of food. Let's go and have a look at the infamous potting shed. My old gardening shed, very much falling to pieces. I think I might turn that into a chicken coop at some point. And there in the background you can see my HQ, which is the potting shed. Let's go and have a look. So I'm in northwest Cumbria. And for those of you that aren't familiar, that's in the UK. So way back in history, the Romans occupied Britain. And they were really successful in occupying all of England, but they struggled with the far north, which is Scotland. And of course it wasn't Scotland back then, it's just the north of Britannia. Back in Roman times, Hadrian built a wall, and it dissects the country from the northeast to the northwest of England. I live just below Hadrian's wall. Yeah, there are bits of it still there. It's a lovely little journey actually to go from one side of the country to the other and stop off at all of those Roman sites. So I'm just down off of the Scottish borders and I'm on the coast, and that makes for a challenging gardening environment. Very often it's far too windy to record outside and wet. So a lot of my videos are in the potting shed. Let's have a little wander around the garden. I can see my neighbours are grazing my hedge. Coming out of the potting shed, we head up towards my compost heap. First of all, let's go and visit the neighbours. Hello, you're going to say hello to the lovely people. You've got a friend there, haven't you? You can say hello to the lovely people on YouTube. Who knows, you might get some subscribers. On our way to the compost heap, got a little avenue of wild cherry trees and an old trailer which we use for storing fence posts and stuff. Swing you around, and here you can see my compost heap. So yeah, as I was saying, the kind of content you'll see, everything that I'm up to in the garden, I like to forage all of the wild edibles that are growing in my garden. I actually side onto a salt marsh, which is a tied up estuary that eventually goes out to the Irish Sea, walking under my beautiful copper beech tree. We're a relatively small plot. Swinging you around, and there's my wood pot. So we're semi off-grid. We do have mains electricity, but I also have an off-grid kitchen that is powered through a solar generator, a Bluetti AC300. When you see me preserving or maybe making yogurt, I'm in my off-grid kitchen, which is just off of my pantry. It's kind of like a utility come boot room. It is wired for main electricity, but I'm running it 100% off of the Bluetti solar generator. I'm amazed at that thing. This is my fire pit garden. We absolutely love cooking outdoors, and the fire pit comes in really handy for that. Also got a homemade pizza oven. Touching the wildest part of my garden. Beyond the lamppost is the more formal garden. Well, I say formal. I'm not going to show it you today because it's a bit of a mess. Gardening can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge, and you might have picked up that I'm limping. There's only so much I can do in a day. Much of the garden is very wild, and I'm converting it to be even more so it looks after itself. I'm trying to adapt the garden to be arthritis friendly, and I have a couple of raised beds so that I can work at waist height. And that's also why I do a lot of vertical growing. So we're just entering into the greenhouse. In previous years, it's been like an absolute jungle. I've grown a double row of tomatoes, but of course I've got the polytunnel now, so it's taken a lot of pressure off of the greenhouse. I'll just give you a quick look. Tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, chilies, and some experimental celery down there. How to grow celery in a milk carton. It's like a DIY self-watering planter, and it's worked incredibly well. I've been harvesting celery for ages now. So come, as we walk out of the greenhouse, these are purple violet gossa bean. The wind's picking up. Back in the sanctuary of the potting shed, out of the wind. So if you subscribe to my channel, you get a mix of all of the stuff that I'm doing day in, day out. Primarily I created the channel so I've got a video diary of my gardening, preserving, cooking and anything else that I feel like putting up there. Of course, I'm just like all the other creators. I get a real buzz and an excitement out of seeing how many people view my videos. So if you're one of my lovely subscribers, thank you very much. You make my day. Take care. See you another time.